In this article, the columnist tries to explain the various issues associated with the digital campaigns by political parties. So he tries to explain what are the issues, what are the key challenges, how digital media has been used by the political parties to manipulate the public views and to change the public discourse. He tries to explain all these aspects in this article. So he first gives an example of Brexit. He first gives an example of Brexit. He mentions about the Brexit referendum, how the structure of democracy is increasingly being defined by technology. So he says how digital technology impacting the or changing the public view, right? So once what he's again saying, he's saying that once digital platforms has been seen as an has been seen equalizers, but they have become a double-edged sword. He's saying that these digital platforms have become a double-edged sword. So he also mentions about how political parties are spending on the these digital platforms. So he gives an example of INC and the BJP. So BJP spent around 52% of its party propaganda budget on the digital campaigns, whereas INC also did not lag behind. It spent 50% of its party propaganda on the digital campaigns. So BJP spent around 72 crores, whereas Congress spent around 49 crores. So if they come to traditional campaigns, traditional propaganda, like if they come to the news boards or the letter boards, and they spent around, like Congress spent around 7%, INC spent 7%, BJP spent around 16%. So what are the advantages of the digital campaigns? What are the He also mentions about the advantages of the digital campaigns as well. So these digital strategies, so these digital advantages of the digital strategies. He says that digital campaigns can be used to micro target, so that they can micro target the people. So they can tailor the specific. They can tailor the uh, and they can tailor or they change their mode of communication in need to the particular location. So specific, they can reach the specific audience. It can be down to the panchayat booth level. He also says that, for example, he's giving an example that BJP one digital campaign can micro target around like 17, can target around 1700 pin codes. So one digital campaign or digital ad, it can reach to 1700 pin codes, means they can reach to 1700 areas. He also saying that, see, we have idea about the political parties, how they are spending and how they reach into the target audience. He also mentions there is a new there is a new there is a new there is a new mode coming into the picture also. He's saying about the third party campaigners. So third party campaigners, he is mentioning about the third party campaigners, how third party campaigners are impacting the decision making, how they change public discourse. See, for example, the main political parties, when they are making a statement, where they are using an advertisement, they need to follow some strict guidelines and rules. So they don't pass the derogatory marks and specific religious community or a particular religious minorities or a caste communities. But whereas these third party campaigns are not regulated, sometimes they resort to Islamophobic or the derogatory slurs he's mentioning. So these kind of, and he also tells about another thing. So these third party campaigners can distort the democratic discourse, because because they're building the narratives. And other thing, the way of functioning of these third party campaigners are raising the ethical and the regulatory questions. And further thing, these third party campaigners are blurring the line between the persuasion and the manipulation. They're blurring the line between the persuasion and the manipulation. So he is also mentioning there is a need to have a regulatory framework, because see, the financial resources of a party, financial resources of a particular political party translate directly into the digital influence. So it is not it, so if you have a more money, if the particular political party has the more money, it can influence more votes. So it is not level playing field, right? So they need to bring in the regulatory framework. He's mentioning various issues associated with the digital campaigns now. So what are the three issues he's saying? Content oversight. So there is no regulatory body to see the content oversight. Challenges due to the platformization and disparity of the financial resources. He's saying that uh, we need to address these issues. What are these issues? Content oversight, platformization, and disparity in the financial resources. So what are the solutions, what are suggestions he is giving suggestions such as, so we need to have a segmented cap on the party expenditure. And second one, there should be content regulation and expenditure for the third party campaigners, content regulation and the expenditure for the third party campaigners. Then we need to have a uniform harmonized regulatory framework. He is also mentioning about uniform and the harmonized regulatory framework. So and finally he's concluding that, see, in the new age the rules have been changed, but we are still following the old rule book. So we need to change it to the according to the present times. So the task before us is to navigate this complex terrain, and so the technology serve to enhance the rights of the people rather than the eroding the rather than eroding the democratic ideals that we hold dear.